squal. Silly Sanasna, Chocolami Sansi, Amanas Jalitusiam. Arkansas and Soplami Charleston Squal, Etias Puchil, Etias Squal. Quianza Ashkutsus Nupputus, Salok Asla, Etias Squal. Hawk Whatsus Nup, Chutsus Salok Asla, Etias Squal. Quianza Sunsus Squal, Etsus Nup, Chutsus Salok, Lachus Henohis, Na Oxala Siwanamak. So Yitu Squal, that's in this Chaheno Kutia Squal. It's a Salalokla, it's a treaty. Just giving you a few words in the language to kind of inspire you as to who you are and where you come from. Don't forget who you are and where you come from.
Sche'langen. First of all, I want to thank Lisa for taking the time to put this together, using the modern technologies that are in front of us to make sure that our way is passed down and protected into the future using these kind of technologies. I've been around since 1973 for the department. And we started to find out that we're doing things without keeping our community involved. And as you all know, that we're oral people. And this is some of the things that Lisa and everybody else is helping us do, because everything is connected. And our backbone is our salmon. And so as we were going through this process, we turned around and found out that we were missing the most important part, and that was our younger generations. And so they put a program together realizing that the kids are, as we say, our pride and joy and going to be our potential leaders in the future. With this program, what they're going to understand is hands-on, how everything is connected from the time that the trees are planted until the time that the fish is cooked, until the bones just going back into the water. And it's all going to be done through our culture way, with the thanks of the school, Sunshine Bob, Lawrence and his wife, and all the rest of the people that were involved setting this program up from the beginning to the end. People have to understand that how important fish is to us. As he always says, it's the most important thing is the air that we breathe. If it wasn't for the fish, there would be no Lummi people. If it wasn't for the fish, we would have no clean water, no clams, no, as the people say, if the tide is out, the table's set. Without the fish, we wouldn't have clean water. So that's just an example of how the things that we have to deal with day-to-day lives, making sure that there's something for our next generations to harvest. That's what we're all about here. It's our Sche'langen. And I'm just glad and thankful to the people that passed it on to us. And it's our responsibility to make sure we keep it alive and keep doing what we're doing, with the thanks of all the people that participated, from the youngest to the oldest.
Yeah, hi, my name is Frank Bob. I've been working with the Lummi Natural Resources now for almost 20 years. I noticed over the years that the outside community really didn't know what we at the Natural Resources Department did. Then Barb Fisher came on board along with Randy Kinley, and we decided that we would start an outreach program with a travel school. We came up with the idea of also the AmeriCorps program. And so the outreach program and the AmeriCorps program were both basically both born at the same time. We are now in our first year of the AmeriCorps program and are now entering or just completing our second year of the outreach program. It's been a real joy. The school kids that thus far have showed great interest. They were all very active. asked a lot of questions, and they listened. You could tell they listened. Their demeanor and the way they carried themselves was just incredible. And I'm confident and I'm pretty sure that we are building something that's going to be very, very special in years to come. As I say, we're just now in the early stages of developing the program, and if with the indications that we're seeing now keeps growing to higher levels, which I believe they will, then the sky's the limit for what this program can really accomplish. And some of the activities that we talked about was I wanted to make sure, because that I spent all the years in habitat restoration, I wanted to make sure that we got some planting included in this. Over the years, in the past, and some of our earlier sites that I had been involved in, we had to travel school kids out on some of our project sites, helping us with the planting, like a Shell Creek, that project site behind the casino. We had the travel school kids come out there and for a year or two, and they had a blast out there. So I wanted to make sure that in this program that we included habitat activities. Yeah, with the ocean spray, the first year we had the school kids, Whatcom Land Conservation District invited students out to gather the ocean spray, which we made the fish sticks with. And then we did the same. We also planted 100 ocean spray plants this year. So in 2 years, the school kids have planted 200 ocean spray plants. And we did something different this year. The younger kids, the kindergarten and the first graders, we had them name their plants, like shrubby and bushy and pokey. I thought that was pretty cool. And another activity that we had was taking the older kids out on fishing. Randy Kinley is one that is primarily the one that takes the kids out on the river with some of the Fish Commission members to participate in actually harvesting fish for the first salmon ceremony. I think that also is going to be, in the future, is going to be really instrumental in protecting not only protecting our slagging, but handing it down to the next generation. I think they are both programs are going to be real key, and a real key tool and a way for the kids to not only learn the slanging, but learn it through activities. And I think that's in itself is going to be invaluable. Another activity that we came up with is our fish hatcheries. The Lummi tribe has 3 fish hatcheries, 2 down here on the reservation and 1 up on the Sche'langen Creek hatchery, which is located up in Acme, near Acme. They're off the South Fork of the Nooksack River. And Bill Finkbonner gave the students a tour of the hatchery itself, both inside and outside, where they brought them down to where they actually gathered the eggs and then brought them up to the inside where they put the eggs in trays and where they hatch the eggs, and then brought them outside to the raceways and showed them the fish that were in the raceways, and the kids actually got to feed the fish. Again, the kids really, the hands-on approach, I mean, they really had a blast, and they were tentative and just awed at what they were seeing. And I think that that too is going to be very beneficial as we move further into this program. The activities that we'll be doing will only be getting better and better and better as we grow along with the program. I called up Whatcom Land Trust and asked them last year if they had any sites that they were planting this year. And they had just bought another piece of land that butted up to the land that we had been working on for the past 15 years. So I asked them if we could bring a group of high school kids out to participate in planting on an actual project site. And they more than welcomed us out there. Originally, we were planning on bringing 4 classes out: the freshman class, the sophomore class, junior class, and senior class. But when it came on down to it, it was just, I think there was 15 students 15 or 20 students that were signed up for it. And then on the day of the field trip, there was only 8 or 9, I think, that actually made the trip. But on that trip, I think that trip, it was, the kids couldn't get enough. We had the elders come into the, elders go into the classrooms and talk to the classes, the students, on what it was like growing up or living here when we were their age.
I started fishing at an early age, about 13 years old, something like that. And we never had motors. We had used sails and rowed up and down the river and fished for sockeye and purseine with a lot of my uncles and cousins. And old hand-picked boats, no drums, no blocks or anything. It was all hand power.
I think the elders sharing their stories with the kids is critical. I really do believe that this outreach program is going to be really beneficial to our people in the years to come. I'm so glad that we went ahead and started moving on a thought. I mean, it was just a thought. It was just an idea. And then after 2 years to see the potential, the unlimited potential is incredible. One of the, I just wanted to get this, in one of the elder visits, I made a point to bring in one of our crew members, AmeriCorps members in with us. And I introduced him to the class. And this was, I think there was a freshman or a sophomore class that we were talking to. And I heard one of the students say, "I remember him. He was out here last year." And I thought that was so cool that they're starting to realize that we have programs now that we are developing to get the youth involved in natural resources and what it takes to get our environment and our ecology in our Sche'langen, working and getting it all built back up and rooted like a ocean spray plant to where the roots will spread and grow and make a big strong foundation for years to come.
With Uncle Gordon is that a lot of this, he likes to stay in the background, so you don't get to see a lot of him, but he's doing a lot for the community and the commission. But he'll say a few words once in a while, but I think a lot of times he just likes to stay in the shadows and being a teacher. You know, kind of mentoring us along on how to cook fish or how to keep traditions going. And even in fishing is that he's always done that for us. So I think that, you know, you're not going to see him out in the front lines a lot, but he's always there in the background telling you how to do it in the proper way of doing it. So that's where I'd like to say thank you to him for that.
You know, it's one of the unsung heroes, and especially on the Natural Resources Commission. It's probably over 30 years that he's been re-elected every 3 years to assist in all of that we do as commissioners. But to look at it, it's kind of like his late brother, you know, Uncle Jimmy, just did it and got it done without a lot of asking and a lot of hoopla behind it. But that's been majority of the commission is today still. Just kind of think about it and then we get it done. And that's was taught by Jimmy and Uncle Gordon. And we carry that legacy on. You know, we got lots of history, I know.
And one thing I'd like to say to you, Uncle Gordon, is that thank you for being a great mentor to me, to Eldon, to a lot of young men in this community, and that you touched a lot of young men in this community, and you know, and along your way in sports and in fishing. So I would just like to thank you for that, for being a great mentor. Yeah, and love you both, Auntie Helen and Uncle Gordon. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
So if you can make
We
that
forgot-
look good, if you can make us look good in that.
I only have till Monday.
Well, I tried to turn this way.